Hi folks, I'm Stephen Crowley. Thanks for joining me again for another watercolour demo. Got a nice simple seascape for you today. Try to inject a bit of colour into it. Bit of sort of yellowy reds up here in the sky reflected down in the water, and then sort of distant landmass. And our three little boats on the horizon there and a few little seagulls. So before I paint this one, let me show you the colours that I've used. So for this one I've used ultramarine, lemon yellow, alizarin crimson, raw sienna and light red. The brushes, got the larger on Ranson hake, and then just use these two riggers as well. Got a 0 and a number 3. Let's kick it off with a little bit of water, just enough to stretch evenly, and then starting off with the lighter colours, a bit of raw sienna, a bit of red, raw sienna, dash a bit of that in, a bit of yellow. Bring that down there as well, a bit of red, ultra raw sienna, a bit of yellow, just set that up there. I'm going to come in from the sides with a bit darker colour, so a bit of red, a bit of blue, and then push in the darker sections now. Although it's coming from this side, red, blue, let's go with a bit of crimson in there as well. Nice and colourful this one, a bit of crimson on this side, back into the blue. All these bits in, sometimes I forget I leave big white spaces where I don't want big white spaces. Dipping the tips into the water just to lubricate the paint again. It's all getting a bit samey, so if you get in like muddy effects, just dip the tips in, or well, basically clean your brush if you need to get back to a brighter, cleaner colour. Back into a bit of crimson there. Now I'm doing a bit of crimson, a bit of blue. I'm just trying to add a few little cloud things. Bring these down towards the horizon. A bit more, let's have a bit darker up there. Various mixes of those same colours. Let's just take a little bit of red and blue. Just bring a few clouds down from this side as well. A little bit darker. Just dab, dab, dab. Right, I'm going to put in some distant land now. So I'm just mixing a bit of red and blue, a bit of crimson in there as well. In fact, just mix everything you want. You're just looking for a general dark colour. And then I'm just going need to get that flat. Just get that flat against the board before I can carry on. I can just imagine a few little boats down the distance, but first of all I need to get this darker landmass in. I'm just giving the two reds, a bit of blue, like that. Let's brush it in from this side as well. I don't know if this land's actually connected anywhere. Just let it fade off into in the sides, I think. Possibly, I don't know. Just going to go with the flow. Just making sure it's level with the bottom of the paper. Let's push that right over to the edge. Just want this to contrast nicely. Little clouds. Just using the tissue, create a bit of cloud and texture. Also doubles nicely as a way of soaking up any bits of paint that are dripping down the paper. I'm just keeping an eye anywhere I think. Obviously always works better with a darker, become more prominent. I don't want to get too bad with this. Yeah, a little bit darker. I'll just give that a quick dry, then I'll put some boats in. Just make sure that's flat. Well, I'll finish the hake brush now. I'm just debating. Actually, I was going to use some white, but I'm just going to make the boats by taking off the paint, I think. Just using a zero rigger. Just going to work out where the boats are going to go first. I think they'll work better over here. Into that dark bit there. I'm just trying to keep this as small as I possibly can, so I don't lose any sense of scale. Just push that on there like that. There's one. I'm thinking maybe three. Let's put another one over here. Again, just trying to keep it nice and small. Two. And then don't put them all equally. Make put one just there, I think. That'll do. Right up here. We got some little birds. Don't leave it in the jar like I often do. If you end up with bendy, they end up looking like that, all bent. I'm going to sign that one and call that just a quick impression, quick seascape there. Right, let's put a mount on that and see what it looks like. So here's our finished little seascape. So if we're going to have a closer look at it. So this one, it was all about getting plenty of colour variation. So you can see with the yellows and the reds, starting with the various mixes of raw sienna, lemon yellow and light red, plenty of crimson in there as well. Brought that right all the way down to the bottom, and so you can see sort of how it reflects into the water. And then for the darker colours, the clouds and the landmass, add a bit of a ultramarine and light red as well to really sort of darken it. Bit of crimson in there as well. You can see where I took off the paint, just create the yachts, just very, very simple little triangles. Took the landmass right across the yellows there, and then sort of oranges, and then right up in the sky, just tiny little birds, just done with a zero rigger, just very, very small and subtle. So just a little bit of tissue there, just to create a bit of texture. A little bit down there as well, just a little bit over here. That was unintentional, that's a bit of a mess. That was from the dirty tissue, that's entirely my own fault. So I hope you like that simple seascape. Very simple composition, all about keeping the colours clean, not getting muddy paints, muddy mixes. So as always, many thanks for watching, thanks for your support, especially all the patrons over at patreon.com/StephenCronin. Much appreciated. You'll see there's about over 200 videos over there as well if you want to take a look. So keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.